All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Gnosis Call of Scroll of October 1st. Well, actually, today is the day of the Holesky hard fork, right? I'm not even sure if that already happened. Yeah, Lucas?
Yeah, it happened. It worked well. The participation rate for attestation dropped to 72% at the worst case, and there were some missing blocks. But I don't think I expect that was mostly operator errors rather than any client implementation errors. I think we noticed that our Prism nodes struggled a bit, but I think they recovered. So that's pretty much it. Unless someone else has anything to add. And the participation rates in the network are now close to 90%. Not there, but really close. So they also recovered.
Perfect. Thank you for the update. I guess let's start with normal updates and then we'll talk about Fusaka afterwards. Shutter, do you have any updates?
Hi. Yeah. So on Shutter side, we released the improved Valdera registration process, and we will publish it shortly. And it allows actually to register one Valdera or multiple ones, but we recommend V0 for now, which is one Valdera at a time, because it's still not enabled on the keeper side, but the good news is that most of actually all the online keepers have updated to the latest release, so we can enable V1 registrations via the next one that we're working on currently. And we also went below the threshold of keepers while some keepers were updating. But all the issues are resolved now, and we even have an improved Valdera keeper participation. And I guess that's it.
Thank you. Testing?
During the week, we have synced EST repository with Upstream one more time because Ethereum team added new test. So I ran everything against DevNet 5. The results look good except one feud, and currently we fixing it.
So now all of them run fine, right?
Yeah, there are just a couple of tests we need to adjust for Gnosis, and this will be good regarding east side. At the same time, I will do some manual test against the net.
All right. Anything else on testing?
No.
Sounds good. General client updates, Nethermind?
Right. So yeah, as Lukas said, Lasky went smoothly, including for Nethermind nodes. We also released 1.34.0, which seems to be stable, but a few minor issues. Yeah, that's it.
All right, Aragon?
So we are releasing 3.2.0 today or tomorrow. Other than that, I don't know, Milan, do you have any extra news?
No updates from me.
There is an issue with it get proofs at the moment. I know it's an experimental feature, so I mean there's that. But do you have any information about that?
Yes. So we are going yes. So we are prioritizing fixing that one, and in general, a bunch of try issues. So we are doing some internal knowledge sharing, and we'll be working on it, but it'll take time. Yeah, probably months. I mean, not that specific issue, but the general stream of work related to it, get proof and try optimizations. It's tricky. So yeah, but we'll be working on it.
So, I mean, I get the whole workaround to get proofs, but that issue specifically can be solved earlier, probably, right?
Hopefully, yes.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you. I guess Guillaume is not present, so let's move on to Reth.
Yep. So actually, before I begin, I want to ask a question to Nethermind or Aragon, like I already asked in the chat. The Gnosis spec needs a 30 million gas limit on system transactions for withdrawals. Like this was the earlier spec. So I just wanted to ask if you changed this to the new per transaction gas limit, like the Nethermind and Aragon clients, because like this is the one confusion I have for that Fusaka upgrade.
Well, I think this is a limit for system transactions. I think it stays at 30 million. I can double check, but don't
Yeah,
think
it will be good if you confirm.
Yeah, it's a system transaction. Sorry, system transactions stay at 30 million, but they shouldn't. I mean, they shouldn't be approaching that anyway.
Okay, so it's still 30 million. Okay. So with that, I'll make that change for Red's Fusaka branch, and then you can merge that. We also have PRs up for custom headers. Like this, I'm telling Phil, like for the client upgrades. 2 PRs, one is for Fusaka and one is for pre-merge headers. By the way, thanks, Andrew and Ben.
Okay. So the thing you talked about earlier with the gas limit, is that linked to the DevNet issues, or do they
linked with the Fusaka PR? So the Fusaka PR will change.
Why is it going to change?
Because currently we have the per transaction limit on the system transaction, the 16 mil one. So I'll have to update it to 30 mil. Because Reth was complaining about 30 mil earlier, so I have to check how to get around that.
All right. All right, so that's it for the updates. So last week we talked about scheduling Shadow. But first, let's hear about the current state of DevNet 5. So I want to make sure that all the clients are running now. Is that indeed the case on DevNet 5? Carlos, I guess, isn't present. Does anyone else from Netherminds know about
they were running far to my knowledge, but I will check and say later in the channel. Carlos was taking care of it, so I am not 100% sure of the current status. So I will share it later in the channel to say exactly what are working on.
Would be nice to know if we are running actually all the EL and CL clients, and if not, what the issues are.
Let me just check this right now.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, so assuming that all the clients are running, let's proceed and come back to it. Yeah, sure. I mean, there's not much to do at the moment, I guess. It's just if we are sure that all the clients are running on the DevNet, are we confident to schedule Shadow, not necessarily mainnet, for let's say between Sepolia and Hoodie? And I mean, they are on the 14th and 28th. So let's say, for example, October 21st. So it's on the same day as all the other ones. Are we comfortable with that, or should we still wait a bit? Any?
So it would be
thoughts
good to
from-
have the confirmation about the DevNet, but if the DevNet is fine, we can make a conditional schedule that at the moment.
Right. So if DevNet 5 has all the clients and runs correctly,
Marcus is back.
go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah, all of them are running correctly. They are synced and validating, so I think that should be fine. I will do a harder check later in case that something goes. It's not like in the dashboards, but in general, it looks good with all of the clients.
Perfect. Can we confirm that this does include Nethermind, Aragon, Wrath, and Geth on the EL side, and Lodestar, Nimbus, Lighthouse, and Teku on the CL side?
Yes, exactly. So we have Lighthouse, Nimbus, Teku, and Lodestar, Aragon, Geth, Wrath, and Nethermind. We have 2 nodes on each running on the execution, and 2 in each, two of each in the beacon as well.
Sounds good. And we had issues with Nimbus, but the new build works now, right?
Yeah, it's working right now.
Okay, perfect. So does everyone agree with scheduling Shadow for October 21st?
Yeah, I think looks fine.
Is there any thoughts about potentially, like, is there any upsides to wait a bit more? For example, that the 3 testnets are hard forked on Ethereum, or doesn't it make sense to wait at this point? What do you think?
So there is always testing going on. So I know there were some spamming on Holesky network, but I think there isn't any real need to wait.
Okay, so I tend to agree, and then we will anyways have 2 Ethereum testnets be hard forked for more than a week at that point. So I feel like it's fairly safe, and it will, in my opinion, give more information if, for example, Shadow doesn't work. Then we'll have time before the mainnet release to figure stuff out, I guess. So yeah, I agree with that. Aragon, do you also agree with this date?
Should be fine.
Perfect.
One question, for Gnosis chain, for Osaka, we don't do anything special. I mean, we had some minor tweaks for Gnosis chain in Pectra compared to Ethereum. Don't think we have anything like that for Fusaka, do we?
So, yeah, Mark.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about the BPOs, like whether we want to keep the blob count the same.
I think we should keep the blob count identical at the moment. It really doesn't make sense to raise it. There's no use for it on Gnosis chain, sadly. So this, I think we can figure out later if that needs to happen at some point. Just quickly to answer Andrew's question, I guess, at this regarding changes. We are still investigating what the threshold should be to become a supernode on Gnosis chain, because there's, I mean, the value for Ethereum in money-wise is way less, of course, on Gnosis chain. So we are looking into the network and potentially raising that, so that small validators, let's say on DApp nodes, are not necessarily becoming supernodes. But we'll try to finalize this for next week, decide on the parameters then, and then next week it's still that still leaves a lot of time to get a release for ELs for Shadow. So there might still be some changes, so let's not cut releases immediately. Marcos?
Yes, and in a side note about the VPOs, on the DevNet 3 and 5, both of them, we keep the same number of blobs as we have on Gnosis mainnet. So we didn't increase that value.
Perfect. Sounds good. And Andrew, did that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, let's aim for October 21st, and then next week we will have the chain config ready and finalized, so that we can start scripting releases. Are there any questions or comments? Sounds good. Let's keep it at that then. If there is anything, of course, message on Telegram, and then yeah, let's make sure we can get this hard fork through on the testnet and that it works. Thanks for joining, and see you next week.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye.